What's up, y'all? It's the micromanager checking in for another deity discussion. So for this discussion, we're going to be talking about number one, do I really need fats in my diet? And number two, are carbs necessary? Do I need them to build muscle? So the first thing I'm going to touch on is, do we need fats? Yes, fats are very vital. So what they do for you is they regulate hormone production. So if you have your fats really low, you're gonna throw your hormones all out of whack and you're gonna feel terrible. And some of those hormones actually help with muscular growth. Another thing that fats do is that they provide you with energy in absence of carbs. So if you're on a low carb diet and your body needs an energy source, if you don't have the fats there, it's gonna start to break down amino acids. And where do those amino acids come from? They come from your muscle. So you want to make sure that you're getting your fats in, especially on a low carb diet. And one more thing that I will say about fats is that they are muscle and protein sparing. Now what that means is pretty much when your body needs energy and you're like in that deficit, instead of breaking down the muscle for the amino acids to use as fuel, it's gonna break down the fat and use that and produce ketones and give your body an energy source. So fats are very important. I recommend that you get around, half a gram per pound that you weigh. So let's say you're about 160 pounds, then you need to be getting at least about 80 grams of fat per day. You can even lower it some. I probably wouldn't go too low. Between 55 and 80 would be good for that 160 pound lifter, okay? So that's fats. Now carbs. Some people love them, some people hate them. Some people have a love-hate relationship with them. Do we need carbs? So, I'm here to answer that question. I personally will say, and scientifically it has been proven, that carbs are non-essential. There are essential fatty acids, essential amino acids, but there is no such thing as an essential carbohydrate, okay? So, they're really not necessary, but they do help in a few facets, okay? So number one, they're your energy source. Carbohydrates are broken down into glucose. Glucose is converted to glycogen, is stored in the muscle, and that's what's gonna give you the energy during your workouts, okay? So, and number two, they are also just like fats, they're muscle and protein sparing. And like I said before, what that does is when your body needs energy, instead of breaking down the muscle and getting amino acids from them, they're gonna break down the carbohydrates, convert it into glucose, and use that, burn that for energy, okay? So carbohydrates are not essential, all right? People debate it all the time. People on one side, I'm on this side. I don't think they're essential. Do I eat carbohydrates? Yeah, I like to cycle them into my diet. I'm currently carb cycling. So I have no carbohydrate days, low carbohydrate days, and high carbohydrate days. So, and I'm perfectly fine. On my no carb days, on my low carb days, I'm perfectly fine. And on my high carb days, I'm perfectly fine. I feel the same on all the days because I know how to manipulate my macros properly, okay? When you're not getting the carbs, bump up your fats. When you're getting the carbs, lower your fats some, okay? It's all about balance and learning your body and learning how to manipulate your macros, all right? So, that covers fats and carbs. So, that's the end of this deity discussion. So, if you got any questions, leave a comment below, like the video, don't forget to subscribe, and I'ma holla at y'all. Micromanager out.